Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a topic that, let's be honest, affects so many of us: hair loss. But instead of chasing after miracle cures, we're going to talk about something way more powerful: the actual science behind finding real, solid answers. If you've ever dealt with hair issues, you know this feeling all too well. Is it stress? Is it my diet? Is it genetics? The internet just pulls you in a million different directions, and it feels like you're just playing a guessing game with your health, your time, and of course, your money. It's just so frustrating. So let's try to reframe this whole thing. Instead of just looking at the symptoms, the hair we see in the drain, we're going to approach this like a detective story. We're on a mission here to solve the hair loss mystery by getting past the surface level stuff and finding the actual source of the problem. Now, the key to solving any mystery, right? It's all about looking for clues. And when it comes to hair loss, that means we need to take a really comprehensive scientific approach to uncover the specific root causes behind thinning or shedding or whatever scalp issues you might be dealing with. And get this, the level of detail we're talking about is pretty amazing. This isn't just about a single data point. Nope, we're talking about an investigation across 25 key biological markers. Think about that. Each one of those is a clue that helps piece together the totally unique story of what's happening inside your body. And this kind of deep dive analysis isn't just for one specific type of person. It's a really powerful tool for both men and women, whether you're just starting to notice the first signs of thinning, or you're dealing with more significant shedding, or maybe you've been struggling with scalp health for years. Okay, so we know we're looking for clues, but what are we actually searching for? Let's go ahead and open up our detective kit and take a look at the core tools of this whole investigation. So the main tool in our detective kit is a comprehensive blood panel. You can think of this as like a 360-degree view of your internal health. It's not about looking at just one or two things in isolation. It's about examining a full spectrum of markers that are all connected, sometimes in ways you wouldn't even expect, to the health of your hair. This table here really breaks down the key areas of our investigation. First up, we've got nutritional health. We're looking at things like iron, which is absolutely essential for getting oxygen to your hair follicles, and vitamin B12, which helps create the red blood cells that nourish them. These are literally the building blocks for strong hair. Next, hormonal balance. Your thyroid hormones, like TSH, are powerful regulators of your hair's growth cycle. And finally, we look at your general health with markers like a complete blood count, or CBC, just to get that big picture view of your body's overall wellness and its ability to support healthy hair growth. Let's just zoom in on one of these clues for a second. Take iron. If you just check your serum iron, that only tells you it's floating around in your blood right now. But that's not the whole story, not even close. That's why we also have to check ferritin. Think of ferritin as your body's iron savings account. It's all the iron that's stored away for later. You really need to know the balance in both accounts to see if there's a real problem. And you know what? It's a very similar story with the thyroid. The thyroid-stimulating hormone, TSH, that's the signal from your brain telling your thyroid, hey, get to work. But the free T3 and T4, those are the actual hormones that get the job done, regulating your metabolism and, by extension, your hair follicles. Just looking at the signal without checking the output is kind of like checking if the thermostat is on, but not bothering to see if the furnace is actually producing any heat. You could totally miss the real issue. All right, so you've gathered all these clues from all over the body. The investigation is complete. So what happens next? Well, this is where the power of data really shines, turning all those numbers into a clear, effective plan of action. And the best part? This process doesn't have to take forever. The goal here is speed and efficiency. In just 24 to 48 hours, you can go from being completely confused to having a clear, science-backed understanding of what is really going on with your hair health. And the result you get back isn't some spreadsheet full of confusing medical jargon. No way. It's a detailed but super easy to understand report. It's designed specifically to highlight your results and clearly connect the dots between the data and your actual hair concerns. So what does this data actually let you do? Well, first, you can finally identify the real causes, whether that's a nutritional deficiency or a hormonal imbalance. This lets you eliminate all the guesswork, which saves you so much time and money on treatments that just don't work. It also empowers your doctor with the exact data they need to create. So let's bring this all together. At the end of the day, what is the real benefit of this deep, data-driven investigation into your health? What does this all really mean for you? This is about so much more than just a bunch of numbers. It's about what those numbers give you. It's about replacing all that confusion with total clarity, replacing anxiety with real confidence, and finally, replacing all the guesswork with a clear, actionable path forward. And that leaves us with one final thought. We've been focused on hair today, but this whole idea of using comprehensive data to find root causes, it applies to so much of our health. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What mystery in your own health could the right data help you solve?